Today we're here in Telford, which in recent days has been labelled as the child sex abuse capital of Britain. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go around and talk to the local communities to get their views on what this recent scandals come to light. We'll speak to a few of the community and a few business members as well. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. With me now is Sham Singh, who's a local resident in Telford. Baji, the news has come out that Telford's is at the top for child grooming in Britain. Yep. And as yourself, you're from Britain as well. Could you tell us a bit about, first of all, the Sikh Sangat that is established in Telford?
In Telford there's around 1,000 Sikhs, and we have 3 Gurdwaras, which is 3 local temples we have in Telford. The community is quite small here, but everyone's on a tight unit, so we do discuss things and talk together and everything, and have a lot of communication.
So going forward, as in, the news has come out that there's loads of girls being groomed, and obviously, as you said, there's 3 Gurdwara locally in the region of Telford. There's about 1,000 Sikhs, 1,000 Sikh Sangat. Now, out of this, there's going to be a little banner around as well. So, as an Aprala, how can the Sikh community protect theirs and others?
Well, I would say it's all about education. Obviously, a lot of the sexual grooming that's going on is with youngsters from a young age, and also teenagers and stuff that are going out clubbing and stuff like that. But if obviously we, especially our own, educate the youngsters, that'll help them in the future, so they know the signs of sexual grooming. If a predator or someone was to come along, they'll know how to react. And also, obviously, these predators are very, very clever, because obviously they make young girls and so on like their girlfriends, and then obviously they groom them as time goes on and take them away and stuff like that. So.
Right, currently now we're one of the local business owners who has seen these events take place with his own eyes. So could you just tell us what you've seen to a wide audience?
Yeah, hi there, my name is Adil, and we work in the local business here in Telford Oakengates, and out here on the main street there is a few clubs around here, and we see a lot of young girls being attracted by males in cars, driving past with blasting music out, and trying to groom the young girls who are aged 15 and 16, and we feel that it's been a big problem around here, because it's happening quite often, and it's been in the newspapers and everything. And I just want someone to raise awareness and say stop to this, and try and become a community where the young girls are safe, and that they're not under threat by males that are trying to groom these young girls, and that's about it, really.
That's perfect, thank you for that. So as you can see, the members of the community are concerned about what's happening, and they do want to put a stop to it. So that's good to see. Anyway, thank you for giving us your time today. Thank you. With another local business owner of Telford, and she's just going to give us an insight of how she feels that Telford's being labelled as the capital of sexual grooming in Britain, and a bit of an experience of what she sees happening around on the high street.
You do see a lot of the younger girls out and about, and they are being targeted specifically by older men, and there's nowhere around here for girls that of that nature to go where they can feel safe. There's nowhere. If it is happening, I don't know where, if there's anywhere where they could go if anything was going on. There's no support there for the initial fact of it. There's nothing there for the girls that it's happening to, where they can go and report it and stuff like that.
So basically, this if it is happening to people here, they wouldn't know what to do. The help side is very minimal, to an extent. Well, the police, actually, in the last 3 years, there's there's the reports that have come out shown that it's been happening for furthermore 20 years, and the police have kind of tried to cover it up as well. We've also, seen the fact that there's there's a local priest who's pushed this the most towards the police, and people are trying to prevent it from happening, but they can't see anything. Most people don't know about it.
They need to keep their eyes open a lot more. They need. I mean, they're targeting specific places. Get more things in them areas that, put more CCTV up, put CSOs and local community people out there to make sure it's not going on, because there's a lot of women who come into my shop, and like when we've discussed it in here, they don't know anything's going on about it. Make it known. If you make it known, then people they're not going to shy away from it anymore, and I think that's what the problem is. People don't see it and they don't want to see what's going on. So if you make it so they haven't got a choice but to see it, they're going to have to do something about it then.
Reports compiled of the last 3 years show that for the furthermore 20 years child sexual grooming has been happening in Telford at venues predominantly like the one behind me currently now. So I'm with Baji today. Baji's been living in Telford for the last year or so, and Baji was totally unaware of what's happening. Baji, as I said, for the last 3 years reports have been compiled that shows for the previous 20 years that this sexual grooming has been happening, but it's been brushed under the carpet by the police, by the council. Now, as you said, you're shocked, you don't know what's been happening.
I wasn't even aware of it. You said the last 3 years. I said I just moved from London. I've been there nearly a year now, and I'm pretty shocked because what's happening in around London and Southall areas, we got enough of those cases. I'm not going to mention the ethnic minority who are doing it, but there is a lot of sexual grooming going on. Now, I've got a young daughter myself, so me moving from London to come to this side here, I thought it was going to be a nice and quiet area. We've got a local community, right? But if the community is not willing to get together and back each other up, then it's only going to get worse. And I'm quite shocked, actually. I'm really shocked.
Yeah. Perfect. This what Baji said is perfect. The local community, the unity, as we always say, we need the unity. And as Baji, this is Sikh Youth UK, and we've been tackling these sort of issues all around the UK for the furthermore of last 5 years, and we'll carry on doing it. And as we keep saying, if you guys know anything about anything that's happening, just get in touch with us.
There's a number on the back.
Yep, that's all our details on the back. So spread.
I'm going to spread the word.
Spread is going to happen. As you said, unity. We need unity.
You need to get united. It doesn't matter. Sexual grooming at the end of the day. It's all sorts of ages. All different ethnic minorities. So it's not just about sexual grooming targeting certain amounts of individuals. It should be a family concern, a community concern, where people can get together and raise awareness, which you guys are doing is fantastic, and at the same time get the support of the local community, as in the Gurdwaras, as in the councillors, and even some of the politicians who are willing to pass a message on. Personally, I'm a singer-songwriter as well, okay, and I've been singing for the last 20 years, 30 years now, and even some of the songs that are coming out, if you really think about it, the songs, the video, the music videos, what are they talking about? Drugs and violence and sex, that's all it is. So you need to change a lot of things, but a lot of things is what's leading up to this. And I'm going to personally say music is a big part of it to blame. That's my personal opinion.
It's the culture that's been introduced.
Because most of the younger generation, they don't understand Punjabi as much as we do. I'm born in India, but I grew up here since the age of 10, So I understand my Punjabi culture, my tradition, my values, everything, right? But the younger generation nowadays, what it is with them, the only bit they understand is balle balle shawa shawa, right? Or a bit of Bhangra beat here, Bhangra beat there. But when you listen to some of the wording and the lyrics, the elder generation who are out there doing all this nonsense kind of stuff, will target those younger girls at certain areas. So again, music is a big part to blame, so is the media, right? But if you can carry on with this awareness, I'm backing you up 100%.
Right, guys, I'm with a few of the youth of Telford who are just going to share their views with us. So, guys, recently in the media it's come out that this whole grooming thing has been going on, and it's been going on for about 20 years. And you boys have grew up in Telford. How does that make you feel when when your city or your little community is being labelled as a grooming capital of Britain?
Well, to be honest, the views of it is disgusting, obviously, because obviously it's not just people that we don't know, but people we do know. And it's horrible to see it, especially for 20 years, happening everywhere for 20 years, and obviously the police have done nothing about it, and it's carried on for obviously, as it's said in newspapers and everything, 20 years. So obviously they really need to do something about it, because it's going to keep on happening. It's never going to stop. Like,
So going forward, like, you know, what do you think is a solution from this being prevented in the future?
just more to crack down on it, really, just to catch the people that are doing it, to put more effort into it, to put more of their actual heart into it, to actually be able to get these people and stop what they're doing.
Put more awareness to it as well. Tell like teens at a young age who are vulnerable, like give them awareness, like going to schools and that, like send someone to actually tell them like what's the situation, how to get away from it.
Well, at the moment, what is Sikh Youth Birmingham? What we're doing is we've got a sexual grooming campaign going on, where we, you know, reach out to people and give them the education and give them the support if they require any for grooming. But yeah, guys, hit us up on our Facebook as well, Sikh Youth Birmingham, and just keep an eye. Right, guys, so in recent light, as you guys know, like, Telford's been labelled as the capital of child sex abuse, and you guys obviously living in Telford. How does that make you feel, like that opinion that the rest of the England has of Telford? How does that make you feel?
Well, we've been in the light really. Whenever Telford's on the news, it's always for this sex scandal, and it's a bit outrageous really, because it only happens over really in industry where the night pastors hang around. And then they see like the older people come to get these underage kids, but as far as I was aware, in the last few months it wasn't really happening, but now they've just caused this massive stink up, and it's strange.
Being a young female in Telford and this is all happening, how does that personally make you feel?
It's scary. Like, there's areas you shouldn't go to, so like I was saying, in college there were people you knew to just kind of avoid because they were in these kind of groups, so it's just scary really. And like you said, the Shropshire Star, you don't really hear about it, do we? So it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, for the last 3 years, files have been complying with shows. For the last 20 years, it's been happening, but it's just been brushed under the carpet until recently. So it has been happening. It's been happening quite. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. As you've been watching today's show, previously we've had the views of the Telford community regarding the grooming issue. Sikh Youth as a whole deal with this on a daily basis around towns all across England. What we need your support. We need more sevadars. We need people talking about this, people raising awareness, so furthermore our younger generations are aware of what's happening and they're clued on, so if it does happen to them, they can prevent it at an early stage. Share the video, like our pages, and just spread the word. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.